Get this damp birch bark and wrap it up in this. Try and dry it out a bit. Shove it inside my shirt. That's the best way to dry it out. Leave it in there. Good job that. What we're going to do, we've got this fish trap with us anyway, so we'll do a bit more work on that. Find some nice, ideally you want willow, hazel's alright or whatever, but if you've not got that, you've just got to make do with what you can, yeah, but they're the ideal ones, and depends how much time you want to take on it, but and how big fish you want to catch, but you want to minimise the gaps in between. You can weave them, you can do all sorts of baskets, but I'm looking for biggish fish, biggish trout, pike. Fantastic day in Forest today though, beautiful, crisp, absolutely gorgeous, isn't it Billy, eh? Found a nice spot to do a bit of work on it. We're right on a deer run here, right on a deer run. Just on this tree here, find the deer poo. Pretty fresh as well, some fresh deer poo straight there. This is where they're coming over. I think I can see the prints here, and they're coming over it tree here. You can see where it's took the moss off, where they're either catching the feet on way up, or they're standing on it on way over. Probably catching the back legs on it, to be honest. Got a bit more work done on it, so we'll just good boy. I'm going to stash this again, it leaves somewhere, hide it again, just get in there, tickety boo. So I'm going to stash it for a bit, have a look for some good willow ones or out like that, knocking about, and if I can find any decent ones, I think what I'll like it for next time in my head, come back, I'm going to finish it off. Morning. Absolutely beautiful day today, isn't it Billy? Hey? Isn't it good lad? It's beautiful, isn't it? Hey? Good lad. It's a proper spring morning, well it feels like it anyway. So I'm going to get out and finish this fish trap this morning. If no one's nicked it from where I stashed it the other day. But I doubt they have done. But yeah, fantastic, beautiful day. So it's got that real spring feel to it. All the birds are singing. Sun's out. One of my old beds. I've got them dotted around all over the place. Quite an old one this, but still standing. Tell you what, schoolboy error, can't even find where I put it. I've hid it that well, but I'll find it. Typical, I should have took a bearing from 3 bigger trees or something like that before I left it, but hey Billy, what do you reckon? But at least it's beautiful weather, there's no thunderstorm coming in, mind you, I'd like a good thunderstorm me. I'm on the right track, I remember looking at these. Found it. That was a bit of a mission, that. I ended up having to go back up into the top of the forest and trace my tracks back down. So yeah, we'll get this finished off now, get it looking better. do. Get a brew on it, and we'll knock this fish thing up. Brew. Hear the buzzard then. Amazing. Not getting too bad now. It's getting to the where I can't really put my fingers through the gaps so easy. That means the gaps are getting small enough. Good lad, good lad. It's more or less done. Now fancy. This is where your fish comes in. So it's a trap. So your fish comes in, and put some bait in it if you want. Hang on, Billy. What are you doing? So your fish comes in here, through that hole, funneled in, through the hole. Then once it gets in, it can't find its way back out. Funneled in, but then when it's in there, it'll struggle to find its way back out. So it'll catch a lot of small fish, but ideally I'm looking for something. I get a 5 or 6 pound pike in there, something like that. Yeah, a few biggish fish like that. Well, eating size. I ain't gonna get no 10 pound carping or anything like that, but I could weave this a lot more with grass and everything else, and bits and pieces just to cover all the little gaps, so you can catch the smaller fish. But even with gaps this big, it's surprising how the fish don't get out. So, I mean, these traps are sort of illegal in UK, so for a survival situation, fantastic, brilliant. But if I was just out for a night, you better with O-ball line, something like that. But if you're staying in a place, it's worth building one of these. Yeah, build one at camp, and then if you're going to be there for a few nights, it's definitely worth using one of them. Or in a survival situation where you don't know how long you're going to be stuck out there, 100% worth that, because it's doing the job at night. So when you're asleep, that's catching fish for you. You can fish with your hand line and what have you during the day, put long lines out during night as well, but that's going to be doing the job while you're asleep. So go and collect it in the morning, hopefully you've got some breakfast. Right, we'll go and have a look at the lake. Same as anything, it's not just a matter of plonking it anywhere, it's not just a matter of throwing it in where it's deepest or where it's shallowest. You've got to think where the fish are going to be. Yeah, so if I'm looking for pike, I'm looking for fish that are hunters. Yeah, pike feeds on prey. Pikes are generally going to be in the around the reed beds. It's going to be hiding behind features, waiting for fish to swim past, to jump out and grab them. So I'm going to be looking for something not too deep, maybe where it's coming up from a deeper bit to a shallow bit, where the reeds are, where there's trees overhanging with a little bit of shade, places where the pike's going to be camouflaged, hiding. they're the sort of places I'm going to put this. I'm not going to chuck it out in big deep water, probably just water about 3 or 4 foot deep, maybe something like that. So your best way, if I had bait, you want to bait this up ideally. So if I did catch a fish, the next day I'd use the fish guts and bits and pieces, the waste, I'd leave that in the bottom to attract more fish. Even just putting some wet leaves and just peat, bit of peat, anything that's going to be a bit wet and moist and whatever. Even just stuffing stuff like that in the bottom of the cage when you throw it in. Stuff that's going to give off a bit of an aroma from outside. Yeah. But definitely you can find if you found a dead animal or anything like that, a bit of a carcass, shove something like that in, and a couple of rocks to take it to the bottom. You can put a plastic bag fastened to a line, so it's like a float, so you know where it is, or you can fasten it to a tree. I'm probably going to fasten it to a bit of a tree today, but like I say, it's illegal in this country, so just for survival situations, if you know what I mean. Some fox kill or something like that. Fox had a goose. That'll do. Bit of bait for the trap. Stinks a bit, so it should have tracked the fish. A bit of water about 3 or 4 foot deep. I've no doubt in my mind that that will catch fish. So it's all good stuff. Billy's swimming off after bloody geese. Billy! One place don't look right, don't be afraid to try another. Make sure you get it right, it's going to be out there for night. Definitely pike in here. I've just found that. Got one treble missing, still got one up back. Been in there a while because it's pretty rusty, but definitely someone's been here pike fishing. Anyway, thanks for joining me and Billy again. Hope you enjoyed that quick look at a fish trap. Easy to make, just time consuming, but fantastic in a static camp or anything. You can even use it as a rucksack and use it to carry your gear in, so carry it from place to place. But if you spend a lot of time making one, you don't want to throw it away, you want to keep it. So anyway, thanks for joining us again, and come back and watch it again soon. Alright, thanks a lot, see you later.